5 tips to improve your DayZ gameplay. And maybe you didn't know any of these, or maybe you knew a couple. I'm Dangerous Dave. Thank you for checking out this video. Are you fed up of people finding your stash all the time? Returning to your little loot hold and finding it gone? Well, if you bury your loot in a church graveyard, just like this, watch and see. There is no mound. Sneaky, sneaky. And look, it even works with a bigger dry bag. One other way to be sneaky with your stashes is to chop down a tree and bury your loot at the base of the tree, so when it grows back, your loot is gone. Obviously you will have to chop the tree down again to get your loot back, but hey, it's better than losing all that Gucci gear. So the final secret little stash is just to plonk it in some water, just like so. And as you can see, you can't really see it, it's quite well hidden, but remember where you've put it, because you might lose it yourself. So, have you ever wandered into a town, not knowing if you're alone? Well, here's a few little tips that will help you know if there are other players in the area. So zombies spawn in at about 300 meters, but they can spawn in closer if you are, say, running into a town. So it is always good practice to scout out a town before entering. So like I just stated, if you do see zombies in a town, like there, and you are over the 300 meters, then it is very likely there is still a player in the town, or has recently left. Another telltale sign that there are players in the area is fruit spawning at the fruit trees, or mushrooms, as they only spawn if players are nearby. There are a few more little signs that players can leave behind for you to know they are in the area, one of which is drop loot. If you come across a little pile of loot, it doesn't look like it spawned, it's probably been dropped. And obviously, if you find a dead player, then more than likely someone else has been in the area and they killed him. Another telltale sign is obviously dead Zeds. If you see a group of dead Zeds that you didn't kill and you know someone didn't kill them, then it's fair to say someone is in the area. One other way that the Zeds can help you know if someone's in the area is if you see a Zed like this one, with their arms arched by their sides. That means they have been aggroed recently. Now we did see smoke coming from the mustache, so we knew that someone was either there or had recently left. We've just seen how easy it is to know if players are in an area. So how do you become so sneaky that people would never know you were there? I would start by putting out any fires that I'd lit once I'm done with them, killing the Zeds as quiet as possible, and you could even bury them to hide the evidence, along with any players you may have killed. If you are going to leave any loot behind, do not leave it in a pile that a player could recognise as drop loot. Take it somewhere they might not see, like next to a tree, and stash it there. Now we've already spoke about extinguishing a fire, but if you want to be even more sneaky, why not build your fire in a shed so that the smoke will not be seen from a distance? Just be aware though, if you do this at night, the shed will glow. So in the great land of DayZ, it's not just other players and zombies trying to kill you, there's also some wildlife. Now unfortunately, you cannot hide from the wolves like you do with zombies. They will not leave you alone unless they aggro on someone else. And also other players will know you are nearby if they can hear wolves aggroed, and they are not aggroed on them. So you just have to kill all the wolves. Now it's not just wolves you have to worry about, there are also bears. But bears do not aggro in the same way as wolves. They will only aggro if they see or hear you. So if you're sneaky enough, you can actually sneak past a bear without even noticing you. But if you aren't sneaky enough, then the best thing you can do is lay down, and the bear should only hit you once and leave you alone, unless you've shot at the bear, and then it will kill you. The static gas zones. There are 2 gas zones on Chernarus. You have Pavlova, the military base, and Riffy, the boat. You will need a full NBC suit to survive in these static gas zones, which are different to the dynamic ones, as they are always gassed. Now in Pavlova, there is a spot on top of the hospital where the gas will not affect you. So if you need to get up here to, say, take a breather or change a filter, this is the safest spot to do it. So just like Pavlova, Riffy is a static gas zone, which means it is always gassed and you need a full NBC suit. It is handy to put the filter you are using in your hotbar, just so you can keep checking to see how much filter is left. They do last about 8 minutes in the gas zones, so you should have plenty of time with a full filter. So just like Pavlova, there is a section of the boat that the gas does not affect. So if for any reason you need to get out of gas, just get to the top of the boat and you will be out of the gas zone. Well, I hope you found some of these tips very useful, and hopefully you didn't know them all and you've learnt something new. I plan on making more tip videos in the future, so if there's anything you'd like to see or know, just leave it in the comments and I'm sure to get back to you. But once again, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Ciao.